What's up, everybody? It's Robin Gaming here. So, if there's one person in the gaming industry right now that I'd have to feel bad for, of course, that would be Amy Hennig. I'm pretty sure that many of you will agree with me on that. Yeah, obviously, she's had a terrible 2017. Well, first, you know, a couple years prior, of course, she worked on Uncharted 4 for quite a while. Had to leave that project behind and start something completely new when Uncharted was pretty much her baby as far as the series goes, right? And being the actual creator of that. Moved on to Star Wars, working for EA, and then, of course, last year, you know, we've talked about it already, but they sadly closed Visceral Games, and they decided that they're not really gonna be, you know, continuing this Star Wars project, at least not in the way that it was meant to be. And that's kind of weird right now because while I'm going to be talking a bit about a discussion that Amy Hennig had with one of the Firewatch developers for a little like item that they could do on Polygon, we still do not really know what Amy Hennig's situation is right now, and she's not really talking about it. She hasn't updated her Twitter bio. It still says that she's working for Visceral and EA. Yeah, we don't know if she's gonna, you know, I think she doesn't know herself yet, I guess. Is that she's still talking with EA probably about what is going to happen with this project and if she still wants to have some type of role in that. But I honestly just don't see that happening, but we'll have to wait and see, I guess. Anyway, she had this discussion, like I said, with one of the Firewatch developers for Polygon, a little written article and stuff. So basically, this is what she had to say about her situation. She says, so I've worked on probably 15 games or something like that over 28 years. Not all of them got published, but now I look at it and I go, well, if a game takes 3, 4, or 5 years to make, and I'm 53, how many at-bats do I have left? And you don't want to waste those. I haven't had something published since 2011, and it's killing me. I worked on Uncharted 4 for 2.5 years, and then I worked on the Star Wars game for 3.5 years. A lot of work, thankfully, lived on in Uncharted 4, and we'll see what happens with the Star Wars thing. But you do think, okay, wait a second, it was that easy to burn 6 years and not publish anything. So I look at it and I go, how many bullets do I have left in the chamber? I want to make sure that I make the right choices. Yeah, obviously she's just not feeling good about the situation, and like, you know, we can all understand that. She's literally been working since 2011 when Uncharted 3 wrapped up, and everything that she's worked on has kind of just like, you know, been wasted. Yes, she does say, of course, that her work lived on in Uncharted 4, and that's true. She probably did like all the research and making the story, you know, surrounding Henry Avery and like part of the setup and stuff, of course. Sam was still you know, like she came up with that character, I guess, and like I said, a lot of the choices that we did see come back in Uncharted 4 were her choices, but ultimately it wasn't the game that she wanted to make, and they did make quite some choices at the same time that heavily turned the story of that game around, right? And with Star Wars, yeah, that's likely literally going to be ruined. Unless they decide to just make a whole nother type of Star Wars game that will make use of the same story, I guess. But that is going to be likely more online driven or whatever. We'll have to wait and see, right? Nah, it sucks. Like I said, if you look at it in that way that her work has been wasted, then she's, you know, her work since 2011 has been wasted. That's a full 6, almost 7 years. That is insane, you know, and I can't imagine how bad that must feel, right? So, like I said, it's something that we can all understand, that we can all agree with, and it really sucks to see. Personally, what I hope is, of course, that she keeps on making games, because, yeah, Amy Hennig is responsible still for some of my favorite games of all time, and I wish her the success, you know, with future game projects, hopefully, nonetheless, that she can make a comeback again, and I think that comeback needs to kind of be, you know, at a Sony studio or something, because, like, her type of quality storytelling that she wants to achieve in video games, right now there are just few studios that are trying to make that happen, right? Sony is pretty much like the only company right now that's really focused a lot on those type of games. You could look at maybe Crystal Dynamics and go like, well, maybe she could help out in that Avengers game or something, or the future Tomb Raider game or whatever, right? Like that could use something there, or obviously there's also other opportunities somewhere. I mean, maybe Microsoft gets her and manages to make a really good single player exclusive for the Xbox. That would be cool too, but I think generally looking at the amount of opportunities that you could still have at certain Sony studios. For example, maybe Sony Santa Monica, who are now about to wrap up God of War, and maybe she can help out, you know, on a completely brand new IP that they could make again. I don't know, there are so many studios that she could still have a place at, and I'm sure that a lot of studios do want her, you know what I mean? So I think that if she can find the spirit to keep going, right, which I would hope she does, and judging by what she said here, she definitely is planning to keep going, then yeah, I wish her pretty much all the best, and I just hope that we're gonna at least see a game come out in the next, you know, 5 years that will have Amy Hennig's name, yeah, on it again, right? That's just what I hope. So basically, that's all I really have to share about it. Let me know in the comments how you feel. What did you think about this situation? And yeah, then for now, thanks a lot for watching, everybody, and hope to see you again next time.